بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The reflection for today is about the best and the worst leaders. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah, he taught us who are the best leaders and the worst leaders. So in a very beautiful hadith in Sahih Muslim, عن عوف بن مالك رضي الله تعالى عنه قال: قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: خيار أئمتكم الذين تحبونهم ويحبونكم ويصلون عليكم وتصلون عليهم، يعني يدعون لكم وتدعون لهم. وشرار أئمتكم الذين تبغضونهم ويبغضونكم وتلعنونهم ويلعنونكم. رواه مسلم. So the narration of Auf bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the companion who embraced Islam after Hudaybiyah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is narrating a hadith which he heard from him. He's saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best of your leaders or rulers are those whom you love and who love you, who invoke the blessings of Allah upon you, make dua for you, it means. And you invoke the blessings of Allah upon them, you make dua for them. And the worst of your leaders and rulers are those whom you hate and who hate you, and whom you curse and who curse you. Narrated by Muslim. So in this hadith, you can see the Prophet ﷺ, he's talking about reality. So you have a person in the leadership position. So he's either loved by his subjects or his followers or his team or employees, you name it, or they hate him. So what's the reason behind somebody being loved or being hated by somebody else? Many reasons, but mainly if somebody is in the position of leadership, what makes people love him or her is to deliver his duties properly, to be a fair and just ruler or leader. So if you were to deliver this in a good way, in a nice way, then people will love you, because you are a fair person, you deliver justice, you treat them nicely, you give them their rights, and in return, they definitely will give you back your rights as a leader by being obedient to you, giving you the right advice, listening to you and to your instructions. And even if it wasn't the right instruction, a part and parcel of their duty towards you is to tell you, by the way, you've said so and so, or this and that, and this wasn't the right thing. I think if we were to look at it from a different angle, it might be better to do this in a nice and a good way. And a good leader definitely should listen. Shouldn't say, no, it's my opinion and that's it. You have no right. Who are you to tell me, or to even come back to me and say, let's have another look on that. This is an arrogant leader, and he's a failure. So the Prophet ﷺ is bringing to the leadership something which they are not familiar with. Again, I need you to understand the hadith in the context where he said it. So in the context of that environment, where leadership in their minds, as well as in many people's minds, by the way, that the leader has to be strong, brutal, and violent and loud. This is the leader. Otherwise, he is not, a good leader. This is a misconception, big misconception about true leader and the right leader. So the Prophet ﷺ is saying a leader is the one who have good character. People love him. So he brought the element of love to leadership, which I believe it wasn't in the equation, because in their minds, and as well in our minds, love is not part of the equation of leadership. Sort of, some people might think that love is a weakness. No, it isn't. Prophet ﷺ is saying no. The best of your leaders, yes, those whom you love and who love you. So he's not acting to take your votes on election days, and then he's coming back after election as evil as he used to be. No, he's a true person to his principles, her principles. He's a uh, person with good manners. So this is why people love him. Love him for his good manners, love him for his tolerance, love him for his understanding, his respect, love him because he delivers justice and fairness. He treats everyone with respect and equally. This is the true leader, the good leader, whom people will love really from their hearts. They are not acting as well that they love him. And because of this, when he is observant of their rights and his rights and Allah's rights above all, then Allah will create love in people's hearts for him. Because in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that my servant is still coming closer to me by doing the obligations and the voluntary actions until I love him. So because of his obedience to Allah, and part and parcel of his obedience to Allah is to deliver people's rights, not just Allah's rights. So obedience is about fulfilling Allah's rights, number one, fulfilling people's rights, number two. So fulfilling people's rights will enable you to be loved by people. So Allah will create love in their hearts for you because of your good manners, good character, and delivering fairness and justice. And because of this, he is or she is really concerned about people's affairs, people's anxieties, fear, and what have you. They go and give comfort to the people and help people out in situations of difficulties and hardships and atrocities and calamities and the like of it. So yes, they are very close to the people. They are not living in their ivory tower and just secluding themselves from the people and acting like uh, aliens. No, they are from the people, with the people, and really concerned about people's well-beings and so on. This is very natural. People just love to see their leaders among them. And we've seen plenty of good examples across these tests which we've been through the last couple of years in different countries, different cities. So that good leaders are those who are with the people, really responding to their needs and comforting them and looking after them. And because of this as well, they supplicate to the people from their hearts, ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give comfort and ease and shifa to the people. And in return, people definitely make from the bottom of their hearts dua for their good leaders and say, may Allah keep them in a good shape and help them and support them to deliver more justice and protect them from any evil and any bad things around them and so on. And the worst leaders, the Prophet ﷺ is saying, those who hates you. They hate people. They are just in this position for prestige and, um, self-interest and business and what have you. But in reality, they don't care about people. They hate people. And in return, people do feel in their hearts that this is not a leader whom we definitely love. That they are hated by people. So accordingly, the people make dua against them because of their evil. And they make dua against people because they feel they are not worthy of being their leaders. So they think that they are better than them and they are not giving us the respect which we deserve, and they are not following our lead and what have you. Have you treated them nicely and fairly, they would have loved you and automatically support you and help you. But because you were arrogant with them, they will not love you. They will not make dua for you. They will make dua against you. It's as simple as that. And in the other hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As radiallahu ta'ala عنهما قال: لم يكن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم فاحشا ولا متفحشا، وكان يقول صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن من خياركم أحسنكم أخلاقا. So Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As, may Allah be pleased with them, he said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he neither talked in an insulting manner, nor he ever speak evil intentionally. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to say, alayhi salatu wasalam, the most beloved to me among you is the one who has the best character. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the best among you, in a better translation, if you want, the best among you are those who has the best character. You see, those who have the best character are the most are the best among you. And accordingly, because of their good character, and let's see what did the scholars say about the definition of good character. I like to share with you uh, what Al-Hasan al-Basri say about the definition of the good character. Beautiful definition. He said, حقيقة حسن الخلق بذل المعروف وكف الأذى وطلاقة الوجه. So he defined the good character. رضي الله عنه. He said, to deliver goodness to the people, to refrain from any evil, and to have a smiley face. This is the good character in his definition. So imagine a leader who's refraining from doing anything wrong, who's always helping out and doing good things to people, and he has a smiley face. And this was, by the way, the prophetic character, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a smile on his face all the time, as Anas radiallahu anhu described him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Qadi Iyad, by the way, he is as well defining good character along these lines, like Al-Hasan al-Basri. So he mentioned that you mix with people in a nice way, with cheerfulness, and you come closer to them by doing good things, and you have compassion and mercy towards them, and you have to tolerate their sometimes harshness, and you have to forbear them as well, have hilm, forbearance, and sabr, patience, and you refrain from arrogance and harshness and anger and blame. This is Qadi Iyad's definition. Beautiful. So if it's the case, then people definitely will love you. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ is saying. So in order to be loved by people, of course, you don't work towards gaining their love, but this will ruin your action without doubt. You work towards doing the right thing that pleases Allah Azza wa Jal, and this automatically will open people's hearts. So if you are delivering justice, people will love you. If you are fair, people will love you. If you are with a good character, people will love you. If you are to respect them, people will love you. If you are to help them, support them, people will love you. And vice versa. If you are to do the opposite, people will hate you. So we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to help us to be among those whom Allah loves in the first place and who delivers their rights, uh, Allah's rights and people's rights, and be loved by Allah and people. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.